The 33rd season of The Simpsons showcased even more wacky antics from the hilarious and well-loved family. Marge Simpson is the underappreciated matriarch of the family who is often cleaning up their mess and taking care of their needs. It's not surprising that there are countless memes about Marge that highlight different aspects of her personality and character in the show. From her love of plain things to her practical sense, these funny memes have been shared by fans on platforms like Twitter and Reddit. They're neat. Some of the most clever jokes from The Simpsons don't have to be complicated, which is exactly what Marge excels in. In fact, one of her most memorable lines has become a popular meme format and is likely recognizable even to those who don't watch the show. Marge's excitement about potatoes is completely aligned with her character, as she tends to prefer plain flavors and straightforward foods. Aside from that episode where she becomes a food critic with Bart and Lisa, Marge often prefers straightforward meals. Even buttery pasta is too much. Homie Marge has an iconic voice that was probably originally meant to be annoying. Over time, though, it has become more endearing than anything else. This is especially true when she calls for her husband in a loving way, homie. Her signature voice is hard to copy and easy to hear in memes that reference it, with one particularly funny meme featuring it with the Drake format. Her other mannerisms like saying and groaning have also become reaction memes themselves, proving just how remarkable Marge's characteristics can be. Just clean up when she's not indulging Lisa or cleaning up after Homer, Marge does attempt to be a disciplinarian with the mischievous Bart. A relatable meme sums up Marge's sassiness and occasionally responsible parenting, even if she never actually says those words on the show. The sad truth is that Marge can be sassy, but she'll usually end up doing the chores or organizing the mess herself. She's a great homemaker, and she's always busy thanks to Homer and Bart's chaotic antics. This hasn't and probably won't change anytime soon. Night owl. Between taking care of Maggie, managing Bart's mess, preparing food for Homer, and indulging Lisa, Marge gets little to no time for herself. The way Marge is underappreciated should be a crime, as she tirelessly fixes their home and makes sure everyone is ready for school or work every single day. Even when Marge does get a second to herself, a meme highlights how she'll likely spend those moments of peace doing repairs or finishing more chores around the house. There's no rest for a homemaker like Marge Simpson, and definitely not enough appreciation. She's listening. Marge's heart is undoubtedly in the right place when it comes to parenting, but she doesn't always have the best techniques. A meme underscores her tendency to snoop to learn what's happening to her child, which isn't even the worst thing that she's done to Lisa. Fans may recall how Marge hired a fake friend for her once, which really damaged their relationship. She tries to go above and beyond as a mother, but sometimes fails because she doesn't realize or doesn't care that she's crossing boundaries. It's awkward. Those watching The Simpsons for the first time will almost immediately realize that there's a lot that's expected from Marge, even if her family doesn't know they're putting so much pressure on her. The meme pinpoints a moment that captures the way Marge is just expected to know or have some witty response to Homer at the dinner table. One of the best parts of her characterization is that she's ready to take anything on for her family, even if it is detrimental to herself. She's the walking example of unconditional love, and it has taken her to some wild places over the course of the series. Everybody's afraid. Since she's always taking care of everyone, Marge can often anticipate what her children and Homer need. She also knows them better than they know themselves sometimes, which is emphasized in a humorous meme depicting a typical scene with the family. Marge proves that the lesson she's giving Bart is true by using Homer as an example, discounting his argument against her in the process. Her motherly advice is rooted in experience and always comes from a place of love, even if it isn't the smartest at times. Beware her eyes. A funny spin on the historic saying to beware the eyes of Marge has been applied to Marge's eyes. The meme underscores the way Marge can lose her patience when those around her really begin to test it. She may spend most of her time being a homemaker, but those who underestimate her don't realize that she can be so much more. Throughout the series, Marge has displayed several talents, as she has become an artist, a bodybuilder, a police officer, and even the mayor at one point. It's foolish to think she's only good at doing chores. She's crumping. One of the best Simpsons moments that became a meme is Marge's embarrassing crumping dance. Before TikTok dances, there was Marge's crumping, which is a gut-busting dance move she shows Bart while encouraging him to cheer up and join in. Like any parent, Marge has moments where she tries to be hip, and it often doesn't end well. She thinks she looks really cool while doing the ridiculous dance, but Bart and most audiences know that the meme-worthy moment is memorable for all the wrong reasons. They need a pony. While it doesn't always work, Marge manages to talk down Homer when an outrageous idea pops into his head in the middle of the night. His grand plans are often nonsensical, financially irresponsible, or simply impossible given their circumstances. Marge is the more practical and wise half of their marriage, which is probably the only reason they aren't bankrupt already. She knows Homer can only make so many mistakes before his salary from the nuclear plant can cover it, and with 3 kids, she can't afford to not talk some sense into him every now and then.